Okay, welcome to a lesson all about regular polygons today. Okay, so we've looked at interior angles and we've looked at exterior angles. Interior angles, remember, every shape is different, but for exterior angles they always add up to 360 no matter what shape you're looking at. Okay, now regular polygons are particularly special, okay, and you need to put this in your books because all the sides are equal length and all of the angles are equal to each other. Okay, so you're probably familiar with some regular polygons. So have a think what you can think of. What shapes do you already know that would class as regular? Okay. Hopefully you're thinking of ones like this. Okay. So what have we got here? We've got an equilateral triangle, okay, which you've seen before, where all of the sides are the same length and all of the angles are 60 degrees. Okay, so 60, 60, 60. Okay, we can dash these to say they're the same length as well. We've got a square where all four sides are the same length, so we can dash them like that, and this time they're all 90 degrees. So they're the ones you're familiar with, 180 degrees, 360 degrees. But today we're going to look at the polygons with more sides. So we've got a regular pentagon here. We've got a regular hexagon because it's got 6 sides. Here we've got a regular heptagon or septagon. Okay, and if you're wondering where you've ever seen one of those, that's a 20 pence or a 50 pence. And then we've got an octagon, but we can even go higher again. Okay, but you are going to need to remember what you've done already on interior and exterior angles. Okay, now you don't need to draw them in your book, but you're more than welcome to give it a go. But I would like you to put in here that working with regular polygons is actually quite easy because all of the angles are the same as each other. Okay, there's no adding up and taking away to do this time. This is all multiplying, dividing and noting how many degrees are in a polygon. Okay, so when you're ready, go to the next slide. Play the video, sorry. Right, so some examples, and I'd like you to put these in your book. I've got a regular pentagon here. Okay, I could show you that it's regular if I dash the sides. That's how you would draw it as regular. And what we're going to do is work out the interior angles and the exterior angles. Okay, so if I'm going to work out the interior angles first, that's the one on the insides. Okay, so get this drawn, and when you're ready, press play on the video again. Now, you're going to have to remember either how many degrees are in a pentagon or how to work out the number of degrees in a pentagon. So this is the rule from the interior angles lesson. So it's n minus 2, so the number of sides, take away 2, times 180. So it's got 5 sides. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 180 is 540 degrees. So I know now that inside there the 5 equal angles add up to 540 degrees, and because they're equal, all I've got to do now is share 540 between 5. So 540 divided by 5. Okay. Now, if you can't do that in your head, do bus stop division. But 540 divided by 5 is 108 degrees. So all of these interior angles for a regular pentagon, are 108 degrees. Okay, I'll mark them all on. They're all exactly the same. I couldn't have worked that out without knowing the 540 though. Okay, so n minus 2 times 180. Now, if I want to do exterior angles, there's 2 ways you can do this. Now we know the interior angle. Let's pretend we don't know that that's 108 though. Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning. Forget all the red stuff we've just done. What do we know about exterior angles? Well, they always add up to 360 for any polygon. Okay, remember exterior, you've got to put your little extension lines on like this. So this is what I mean by an exterior angle. These ones in blue, you can't see them until you put your extra lines on. So they always add up to 360. And again, I've got 5 angles and they're all the same. So 360 divided by 5. If you're not sure, look, 360 divided by 5. 5 into 3 doesn't go, carry the 3. 5 into 36 goes 7 times remainder 1. And 5 into 10 goes twice. So 360 divided by 5 is 72 degrees. 72, 72, 72, 72. And 72. And if you remember, there's one more rule about angles which says that an interior and an exterior have to add up to 180. So we can check that's true. 108 plus 72 does make 180. Okay, which means actually there's a little bit of a shortcut. If you know the exterior, you can just use the 180 rule to work out the interior. And if you've worked out the interior, you can use the 180 rule to work out the exterior. Okay, you don't need to start from scratch every time. You can use the 180 rule once you've got one of them. Okay, so let's do another one. This is a regular octagon. So I'll put interior this side and exterior that side. And this time I'm going to start with the exterior. Okay, I'm not going to draw them all, I'll just do one this time. But on an octagon there are 8 angles. When we talk about exterior angles, remember it's always 360. 360 divided by 8 is 45 degrees. Okay, so that's 45 degrees. So are all the others, but I'm not going to draw them on. If I want the interior angle now, the quickest way, going from the 45, would be 180. Take away 45, which is 135 degrees. So you can do it that way, or you can do it the sort of the more complicated way. So using the formula again, look, n minus 2 times 180. I don't like doing it this way because it takes longer. I think it's quicker to work out the exterior and use the 180 rule. But if you're going to do it this way, 8 take away 2 is 6. 6 times 180 is 1080, 1080 degrees, and 1080, you'll have to do long division for this one, divided by 8, this won't surprise you, is 135 degrees. So you can get there in 2 different ways. Okay, the complicated way is to use the n minus 2 formula. So if I were you, I'd work out the exterior angle first, and then sort of, I'll call it cheating, it's not really, but you can use the 180 rule to work out the interior angle. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now, once you've got those written down in your book as examples, is pause the video and have a go at a regular hexagon, which has got 6 sides, and a regular decagon, which has got 10 sides, and then when you're ready, press play and I'll go through the video. Okay, right, I'm not going to draw these, but a regular hexagon's got 6 sides, so if I start with the exterior, 360 divided by 6, this is nice and easy, is 60 degrees. Okay, and if I'm going to use the 180 rule now to work out the interior angle, 180 take away 60 is 120 degrees for the interior. Okay, so you can do it that way round. Or if you did this the long way, n minus 2 times 180, so 6 take away 2 is 4, 4 times 180 is 720 degrees, and 720 divided by 6 is 120 degrees. So you can get there in 2 ways, either by doing the exterior first or by using the n minus 2 formula. Okay, but the exterior should be 60 and the interior 120. And then for a decagon, I'll do it the same way then. So 360 for the exterior divided by 10 is 36 degrees. So if it's 36 degrees on the outside, on the exterior, 180 take away 36 is 144 degrees for the interior. Okay, that's how I would do it. If you prefer to use the formula, So the n minus 2 times 180, so it's got 10 sides. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 times 180 is 1440 degrees. Now share that equally between the 10 angles and you get the same answer, 144 degrees for the interior. Okay, so that's how you work out exterior and interior angles if you know what shape it is. When you're ready, go to the next page with me then. Now this is in reverse now. So what we've got is a polygon. I don't know how many sides it's got, okay, but we're going to find the number of sides using the angle we've been given. So find the number of sides. And this is one corner of a polygon, and because I've only got one corner I can't tell what it is yet. But what I have got is an exterior angle and it's 20 degrees. Now what do we know about exterior angles? They add up to 360 always for every polygon. Okay, that's why working with exterior angles is nice. So the question now is, how many 20-degree angles would I need to make 360 degrees altogether? So to work that out is 360 divided by 20. How many 20s are in 360? 18. So if it would need 18 angles, this shape has 18 sides. Okay. If I wanted to, I could also work out that that's 160. All I've done there is use the 180-degree rule. Okay. But to find the number of sides, find the exterior angle and work out how many you would need to make 360 altogether. Okay, because exterior angles always add up to 360. It's a little bit trickier if you don't know the exterior angle and all you know is the interior. Okay, let's move that up a bit so we can put them both together on the screen. Interior angles are horrible to work with. Okay, if you don't know what polygon it is, then you don't know what they add up to. So you're not going to be able to answer this question using the 170. So we can't use the 170. What we can do is use the 170 to work out the exterior angle. And that's the key to this question. Okay, you don't want to work with interior, you want to work with exterior. The rule is they make 180 degrees, so this must be 10 degrees. And now it's easy, because remember, exterior angles always add up to 360. So how many 10s make 360? 360 divided by 10, this shape must have 36 sides. Okay, because 36 times 10 makes 360. And that's how you can find the number of sides on a regular polygon. Either if you've got the exterior angle, work out how many of those make 360, or if you know the interior angle, that's not as helpful. Use the interior to work out the exterior, and then how many of those make 360. Do a little bit of dividing and you can work out the number of sides. And that's all you need to know about regular polygons. So make sure all of that's gone in your book, okay, and I'll set you some questions to have a go at.